At the height of his career, a young executive celebrates his success at an exclusive dinner party. But the party is interrupted by a little girl who stares at him and says, "Daddy, you live like a king, while my mother and I go hungry." He freezes on the spot, never having known of the girl's existence. His life changes in that very moment, and what he does will surprise you. If this story interested you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tell us what city you're watching us from. We'll keep going. The crystal chandeliers cast warm amber light across the private dining room of the Sterling House, one of Chicago's most exclusive restaurants. Michael Harrison loosened his tie slightly, his face flushed with champagne and triumph. Around the mahogany table, his colleagues from Caldwell Financial raised their glasses for the fourth time that evening, celebrating the multi-million-dollar deal he had just closed. At 28, Michael had become the youngest senior executive in the company's history, and tonight was his coronation. "To Michael," announced Richard Caldwell, the silver-haired CEO, his voice carrying the weight of decades in corporate America. "The golden boy who just made us all a little richer." Laughter rippled through the room as glasses clinked. Michael smiled, that practiced smile he had perfected over years of networking events and boardroom presentations. Everything was exactly as it should be. Everything was according to plan. His mother would be proud. The double doors of the private room suddenly swung open. A small figure darted inside before the startled hostess could react. The conversation died instantly. All eyes turned to the tiny intruder standing in the doorway. A girl no more than 4 years old, wearing a faded pink jacket over a dress that had seen better days. Her dark hair was pulled into uneven pigtails, and she clutched a worn stuffed bear to her chest. But it was her eyes that made Michael's breath catch. Those eyes, large, brown, intense, eyes he saw every morning in the mirror. The little girl scanned the room with surprising focus for someone so young, her gaze moving from face to face until it locked onto Michael. Without hesitation, she walked directly toward him, her small sneakers squeaking slightly on the polished hardwood floor. The executives watched in stunned silence, their champagne glasses frozen mid-air. She stopped in front of Michael's chair, looking up at him with an expression that seemed far too knowing for her age. When she spoke, her voice was clear and direct, cutting through the awkward silence like a knife. "You're my daddy," she said simply. "Mommy and me, we're hungry. We don't have food." The room erupted in uncomfortable murmurs. Michael felt his collar tighten, though he hadn't touched it. His heart hammered against his ribs. The girl continued staring at him, waiting for a response, her small fingers gripping the stuffed bear tighter. "I think there's been a mistake," Michael managed, though his voice sounded